So great to be with the family of sustainability.
I should mention that today we're here at the 2012 GMIC Sustainable Meetings Conference in beautiful Montreal. Having a good time, Richard?
Totally, because people here are so passionate about sustainability, and it's always exciting to be around it and hear the incredible sessions, and you don't realize until you're here amongst the membership how important all this is to everybody in terms of the meeting planners that are here, the venues that are here, and it's inspiring. It really is.
Here's the question for you. Influence is a buzzword that's popping up in presentations and keynotes at the GMIC Sustainable Meetings Conference. We have a lot of power to influence clients and events, clients and attendees during our events. And as planners, what are some ways that we can do that?
Well, it's really a good question, and I know it's one of the three tenets that we're talking about here, and leadership is talking about, and that we're all leaders. So in terms of the fact that we identify at this particular gathering that every person here is a leader, that influence becomes profound. And when I leave here, I have many hats I wear as a leader or an influencer. I'm president of a company with employees that I will now share learnings with. I go out in industry to other industries, and I share the learnings here. So influence is really circles of kind of telling the story, circles of spreading the vision. So I think, and I'm a professor at New York University, and this summer at the George Washington University teaching graduate class. So the learnings I'm taking here will influence my students, will influence how I mentor people that I'm meeting and turn them into the direction of sustainability as a part of their dialogue or a part of their job description. So I think influence spreads over layers within your immediate circle of where you work, where you live, your secondary circle, who you do business with. I mean, I do business in 7 cities. I run trade shows and events, and I am more and more getting defined in defining my expectation of how they will assist me in creating sustainable events. And this is a dialogue we're all learning. No one is the absolute expert, so the influence is learning from others and influencing the people in our circle.
How important is mentorship within our industry?
I think it's tremendous. I met a young lady here who is a PhD student from Brisbane, Australia, who knows no one here. She does now because she's been here for 24 hours, and it's a very friendly group. But when she walked through the door, and I met her for the first time yesterday, I just love the fact that she's here. She's traveled halfway around the world working on a PhD, which is strongly proving theories of sustainable practices and how it's expanding, where it's strong, where it's weak. And I immediately said to her, as a professor, and seeing her here, I'm going to be a mentor for you. And I introduced her to several people to activate her learning and to expand her influence, because she's going to influence us because she's doing research, and which is something we need so strongly to validate our learning. So that's an example of mentoring. I became an instant adopter of her as my mentee.
Well, you've heard it today, folks, from one of the masters in our industry. Expanding your spheres of influence and mentorship is critical to moving forward with sustainability. Thank you so much for joining me.
And thank you so much, Judy, for asking me. Have a great day, everybody, and think sustainably.